top 5 Ballon d'Or at 17 is
Yeah.
crazy. Do you remember what we were
Bro,
doing at 17, bro?
What I was doing at 17?
Yeah.
Not winning the Ballon d'Or, man. I'll tell you
I
that. All right, we're going to talk Ballon d'Or. Mo Salah, front runner for a lot of the race. Not really a front runner anymore. Did he blow his chances to win the Ballon d'Or this year?
Absolutely, bro. If you look at the other people who are up right now, when you look at Raphinha and his stats and what he's doing in the league, as well as some other guys like Ousmane Dembele coming into form, bro, Mo Salah had to win something else other than the Prem, I think, for him to be in contention.
That's fair. I think also the main thing is, like, unfortunately, the Ballon d'Or is not, it's an individual award, but you got to win with your team if you want to be considered, you know, which is kind of funny. I think it depends, honestly, like, given the fact there's no Euros or anything like that this summer, I think the Champions League winner is going to dictate who really wins the Ballon d'Or, in my opinion. Let's say, for example, randomly, I don't know, Arsenal or like Borussia Dortmund pull the craziest and they win the Champions League. Then we could see something like, I don't know, maybe Salah's numbers are enough to still win it. Because I think it's 32 goals, 22 assists. That is ridiculous.
Numbers, bro.
That is literally ridiculous.
Crazy.
But the fact, I agree with you. The fact that he's already out of 3, he's basically going to win the Premier League. Is that enough? I agree. I don't know if it's enough anymore.
Bro, the only problem that I have with Salah not winning is because we said the same thing, is that Vinicius Jr. was going to win Ballon d'Or after winning the Champions League, and he didn't win it. So does the Champions League really have that much say, though?
I think it just depends every year. And also, like, I think the club that you play for, it probably shouldn't impact it, but it definitely does, man.
But
like,
at the end of the day, man, this committee, bro, they'll not pick you over anything, bro. The guys who make the Ballon d'Or votes, some of them didn't vote for Vinny because they just straight up didn't like bro. So you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to a lot of these opinionated kind of awards, individualistic awards, I kind of feel for the players, bro, because it really is out of their hands the majority of time.
It sucks because obviously if it was just individual performance for Ballon d'Or, who knows? There might be somebody in a second division or something going crazy right now, but nobody knows him, you know? So it's really about, like you said, unfortunately, the name you play for. Martinez, even when he was on the Inter Milan striker, right? Like, bro, he was putting up crazy numbers, but nobody really considered him in the race, unfortunately. He was winning stuff too, so it's kind of like, unfortunately, like you said, it's a privilege to play for certain teams.
You definitely get the boost when you play for certain clubs. Maybe that's because of the dominance of Messi and Ronaldo every year for like a decade and a half for Ballon d'Or stuff, but like, if you're not those like tippy-top, like top 10 clubs in the world who have the biggest audience and the most clout and the most history, like, you just don't have as big of a shot. It sucks. It's like an uphill battle. And I think even Liverpool is probably included in that, to be honest, as one of those teams that has that uphill battle to win anything. Okay, we're going to talk about Ousmane Dembele. He struggled for a while. I don't even think it was his fault. He got hurt all the time, and that's something that's not really in your control. But he's hooping now. Has he unlocked his full potential? And we'll go a step further. Is he going to win a Ballon d'Or at some point in his career?
Bro, Ousmane Dembele, I don't think he's winning a Ballon d'Or, but I respect his game, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, seeing him piece his game all together from when he was at Barcelona. Like, obviously, he didn't go to Barcelona also at the best time, in my opinion. Like, he was young, bro. Apparently, bro was playing PlayStation all night before training. And there's even, like, a story, like, Kevin Prince Boateng was saying, like, the younger players at Barca, when they came in and they saw Messi, they started to emulate Messi, but Messi would be like on FaceTime phone calls before a game, go out, score a hat trick. Ousmane Dembele would try to, you know, be like Messi, try to be nonchalant, play games before training. Not gonna work.
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy. You're not Messi.
But PSG, he's locked in, bro, and he's doing his thing. So I would say that he's in contention, but it would have to be a lot for him to win the Ballon d'Or, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, unlock his full potential. We're looking at like just like stats. I think if he scores a couple more goals, he's gonna like triple his highest scoring season, which is just like insane. So we might be seeing the Dembele prime right now. Who knows? He might be better later on. But what he's doing this season is insane. Just back to that original point as well, it's kind of unfortunate. I think it depends if he's going to be in contention, what PSG can do this season. If PSG make a run, who knows, bro? Because he goal-wise, he's going crazy. But I think he just has to get a couple accolades if he wants to be considered. But who knows, bro? He might consider to go up, and the following years, he might continue to ball out.
Yeah. I'm happy for him, though, man. And I think that PSG, with this current squad, have, like, single-handedly disproven the idea of a super team and what that means.
Oh, for sure,
Because they had Mbappe, they had Messi, they had Neymar, and they just couldn't make it work despite, you know, they're opening 5 stores here in New York on 5th Ave to like sell kits, which is great. Their business is booming on that part of things. But like on the field, that super team did not really work out for them. They're having more success now with these younger guys. I think that kind of mirrors what's happening in Barcelona right now, where you have Lamine Yamal and the young crew coming up and really making things happen. Speaking of which, we had 2 Barcelona wingers right now that are in the top 5 for the Ballon d'Or power rankings.
Bro, Lamine Yamal, Ballon d'Or at 17.
Is he in the top 5, Lamine Yamal?
Yeah.
What? I mean, listen, I'm gonna say something.
Yo.
I think Lamine Yamal, despite away from the stats, I think Lamine Yamal is twice the player that Raphinha is, in my opinion. Personally, that's my opinion.
That's
That's my opinion. If you look at Lamine Yamal, what he does, bro, listen, Raphinha is class, but this season is the real season where he's going off. The fact that he's 17 and doing what he's doing, scoring when he's scoring, winning the Euros already, I'm going to say that Lamine Yamal for sure is a Ballon d'Or winner. He'll probably win it 2-3 times, maybe more throughout his career.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of a little crazy right now to put him top 5 just because there's so many other debates right now. If Barcelona win everything, there's going to be one player who's going to win the Ballon d'Or. It's going to be Raphinha. I think but I didn't know he's top 5. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Bro, top 5 Ballon d'Or at 17 is
Yeah.
crazy. Do you remember what we were
Bro,
doing at 17, bro?
What I was doing at 17?
Yeah.
Not winning the Ballon d'Or, man. I'll tell you that.
And honestly, I think he's probably the greatest talent to come out of La Masia since Messi, bro. Of course.
Yeah.
Has to be.
I saw somebody say that he's the best 17-year-old ever, like better than Ronaldo and Messi. I was like, oof. But
I think
Yeah.
Wait, actually,
In terms of on-field production,
Yeah.
yes.
Is
Does that
Lamine-
means that he's more talented than them? Not necessarily.
Right.
At the age of 17, yes, he was better than them. He won the Euros. Was he 16 when he won the Euros?
Might have just turned 17.
He turned 17 during the Euros.
I think so.
I was doing Algebra 2 homework when I was 17.
That's
My
what
mom
I'm
was
saying,
picking me
bro.
up from footy, bro. Like, what? 17,
Nah, like
bro.
17 is crazy, but I'll tell you what though, I think he's better than what Ronaldo and Messi were at 17 years old. Because you got to think about it. Ronaldo was still at Sporting Lisbon. He
He
went
just
to
got to-
Manchester United. It took him a couple years
Yeah.
to get adapted. Messi was still under, Ronaldinho a little bit. Ronaldinho, Samuel Eto'o was there. It wasn't until they left, when Rijkaard left and Pep came, that Messi started to take over the team. Lamine Yamal, 16 years old, came into the squad, said, right wing, give me that. That's my position.
Yeah.
It's different.
All right. To round out the Ballon d'Or stuff, does Lamine Yamal win a Ballon d'Or during his teenage years?
Oh my God.
Teenage.
Yes or no?
I can see him winning in 2 years, bro. Because Barca's only getting better, in my opinion. Barca's only getting better, and I'm gonna say this: I'm low key a Barca hater just because they ruined my childhood as a Man United fan. It's like that's that. But like when I watch them play, I'm like, yo, what Flick is doing out there, like they're actually balling out. They could low key win the UCL this year. We don't know, but I think 2 years from now they're only gonna get better. They're gonna get better players. Lamine Yamal's only gonna get better. I could see him, maybe not next year, but 19, he might win a Ballon d'Or, bro.
The only one thing that bothers me, or like the thing that gets me kind of nervous about Lamine Yamal, is injuries. Because like we seen it with R9. Like when R9 burst on the scene, I'm pretty sure he was the youngest Ballon d'Or winner, I think at 19 or 20 after that season at Barcelona before he went to Inter Milan. Got injured for like 4 years straight. We seen it with Ansu Fati. We seen it with even Pedri, bro, playing like 70 games his first professional season. So like, we also know that Barcelona is not good at handling the minutes of these young players. So I'm really curious to see as he continues to develop as a player, if he grows into his body. Hopefully he doesn't get any injuries, man. That's the main thing.
Yeah, listen, injuries aside, I obviously wish the best for him there, and I hope they take care of him, because it is crazy for these, like, your body's not developed when you're 17 years old.
You've seen them La Liga tackles, bro.
Right, like it doesn't matter how athletic he is or how gifted he is, whatever. Your body is not there when you're 17, and it takes a toll on guys who are older, who are more developed and are more physically like built up. But I will say this: Lamine Yamal will win a Ballon d'Or as a teenager.
I think so.
There's no shot that he doesn't.
I agree with that.
I agree with that for sure.